Yeah, Himansi, you can introduce the speaker for session 11.
Good afternoon, everyone. We have Mr. Devendra Kumar with us. He is working as a consultant in I4C, that is Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, Ministry of Home Affairs, for last 1 year. He is retired senior technical director from NIC, where he worked with Haryana government for past 22 years, and then in Ministry of Finance, Government of India for 12 years. I welcome you, sir. Hello, sir. Are you able to unmute
Yes,
yourself?
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. So over to you, please, sir.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you. First of all, thank you, ma'am, for giving me a chance to present my presentation here in front of a esteemed audience. So let me share my presentation. So is this visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, the topics which is being given to me is the regarding the legal framework for cyber security, addressing and preventing threats. So as I have already been introduced, I am myself Devendra Kumar. I am working as a consultant in I4C. And most of you may not heard about my office, I4C. It is Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. It is comparatively a new office established by the government of India. Rather, it was inaugurated by Union Home Minister of India in 2020. So what was the need to establish such a new office? It was due to the fact that cyber crime is a technology-based crime and it is a borderless crime. The victim may be in one state, the criminal may be there in another state, and he may be utilizing the resources from some different state. So there were coordination problems, and the victims used to face a lot of problems in registering their complaints. So to overcome all these problems, to bring about a better coordination between different stakeholders, I4C was established. And we are running a NCRP portal, National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. So where any victim of cybercrime can go and register his complaint. So once the complaint is registered, it will it will be forwarded to the concerned police department, because cyber crime is a state subject. So the action needs to be taken by the respective state police department. So the complaint will be forwarded there. So now I have taken some figures from this NCRP portal. Can ma'am tell this my screen is not visible, actually some video windows are coming. How can I remove this?
Sir, your screen is clear. We are seeing a slide on cybercrime.
You are seeing, but I am not able to see my own screen.
You're not able to see your own screen.
Yeah.
I think you are in the presentation mode only, sir.
Still on anyhow, I will cover it. So I have taken some figures from the NCRP portal, and here this is just.
So do you want us to help in presenting the screen from our side?
No, ma'am, it is okay. Only the issue is that my presentation is hidden by 3 video windows. But
we need
I will manage.
Presentation to be there, right? So we need they want their presentation is required for the session. So if you want, we can help in presenting slides.
No, ma'am, it's okay. I will manage. So just to show you the gravity of situation, I have taken some figures from that NCRP portal. Here you can see till now, since August 2019, more than 24 lakh complaints have got registered. And from the analysis of all these complaints, it has been come out that more than more than 50% of the crime is related to uh, financial frauds. And just see the daily average, it is 4,000 complaints per day. Just imagine the stress it is putting on the system. Apart from this NCRP portal, there is a toll-free number 1930. So this 1930 number is available pan India. So any victim of cybercrime can lodge his complaint by calling at this number also. And due to this setup, we have been able to save about 800 crore rupees. But this figure is not so impressive that this 800 rupees saved is only the 10% of the total reported amount. So the reported amount is around 8,000 crore rupees. So this way, our success rate is only about 10%. So why we are having so low success rate? It is due to the modus operandi of criminals. They get the money from one account and then transfer to another account, then again another and another account. Finally, they will withdraw it from some seventh or eighth point. So why do they do this? They do this just to complicate the investigation. And many times the question is asked that ultimately it is getting withdrawn from some account. Why don't you go and catch the account holder? So of course the police reaches up to that point, and but we found that that account belongs to some poor person, daily laborer or rickshaw puller, such type of a person. So they create such type of they means criminals create such type of accounts of these poor persons, and these are known as the mule accounts or rented accounts. They lure the persons to create accounts by offering some money in lieu of the account details, and they get hold of the uh, account details as well as the ATM card, etc. So there is no use in uh, arresting or catching these persons, because by doing that we cannot reach the actual criminal. So another point why this success rate is so low is that most of the time the victims delays in complaining the report to police department. So there is a golden period of 1 hour. If the complaint is reported within 1 hour, then there are very chances the money is recovered. And beyond that, the chances keep going on diminishing. So I advise any cyber crime victim to report immediately at 1930 and simultaneously uh, register the complaint at NCRP portal, whose URL is cybercrime.gov.in. So everybody, please remember these two things: cybercrime.gov.in and 1930. So now coming to our topic, cybercrime. So what is cybercrime? So you will be surprised to know that cybercrime is not defined under any statute in India. So it is not a legal term. So, but in the wider sense, it could mean any activity done with criminal intent in cyberspace, where the computer could be a tool as well as the victim. Sometimes these crimes are committed for generating profits. Sometimes it is done to damage software, and at other times it is done to ship malware enters other machines and spreads to the whole network in no time. So cybercrime could involve traditional criminal activities like theft, fraud, mischief, forgery, or defamation, which are subject to the Indian Penal Code 1860, and the new age crimes are subject to the Information Technology Act. So these are the some of the terms which I will introduce on some of these topics. Yesterday, some light has been thrown, but I will, in short, I will cover this because these are the type of crimes which the school children are subjected to. The first type is harassment type of crimes. It includes cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is bullying with the use of digital technologies. It can take place on social media, messaging platforms, gaming platforms, and mobile phones. It is a repeated behavior aimed at scaring, angering, or shaming those who are targeted. Cyber stalking is a type of crime, cybercrime that uses the internet technology to harass or stalk a person. It takes the form of text messages, email, social media posts, and other mediums and is often persistent, deliberate, and methodical. A troll in internet slang for a person who intentionally tries to instigate conflict, hostility, or arguments in an online social community platforms. Targeted by trolls can include the comment section of YouTube, forums, or chat rooms. Trolls often use inflammatory messages to provoke emotional responses out of people, disrupting otherwise civil discussion. Trolling can occur anywhere that has an open area where people can freely post their thoughts and opinions. Online Online shaming is a form of public shaming in which the targets are publicly humiliated on the internet via social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, or more localized media. Online shaming frequently involves exposing private information of a person on the internet. While social exclusion is the process in which individuals are blocked from various rights, opportunities, and resources that are normally available to members of a different groups and which are fundamental to social integration and observance of human rights within that particular group. Online hate speech is type of speech that takes place online with the purpose of attacking a person or a group based on their race, religion, ethnic origin, sexual orientation, disability, or gender. Sexting, the term sexting stands for a combination of sex and texting. Sexting is the act of sending sexual text messages. It often also involves sending nude or semi-nude photos and explicit videos of oneself. Sexting can happen via messaging on cell phones or via other messaging services and direct messaging on social media sites. The term slander refers to false statements made by one party against another. Slander is communicated verbally with the intent to defame the subject of the statements. Put simply, slander is a legal term used to describe defamation or the act of harming a person or business reputation by telling one or more people something that is untrue and damaging about them. Doxing is the act of revealing identifying information about someone online, such as their real name, home address, workplace, phone, financial status, and other personal information, but without the consent of the victim. Identity theft is the crime of obtaining the personal information of a person to use their identity to commit fraud, such as making unauthorized transactions or purchases. An impersonation attack is type of targeted phishing attack where a malicious actor pretends to be someone like some high-level officer, bank manager, or a police officer, or even a relative of the victim. Cyber invasion of privacy refers to unauthorized access, monitoring, or collection of personal information through digital means. This invasion can occur through various online channels, including websites, social media platforms, email, and other online communication tools. Online grooming is where someone befriends a child online and builds up their trust with the intention of exploiting them and causing them harm. The harm caused by grooming can be sexual abuse, both in person and online, and exploitation to obtain sexually explicit images and video of the child. Grooming techniques could also be used to radicalize someone or to obtain financial information from the child or their family. So online gambling is just like traditional gambling at casinos and sporting events. Online gambling takes place on digital platform. Bets are placed with credit cards rather than cash, and both winning and losses are settled electronically. Access to inappropriate content as children become more active online at a younger age, the possibility and probability that they'll see something inappropriate all depends on what they are doing online. Social engineering, till now you may have heard a lot of about social engineering and phishing, but even then I will cover. Social engineering is the term used for a broad range of malicious activities accomplished through human interactions. It uses psychological manipulations or emotions to trick users into making security mistakes or giving away sensitive information. So, phishing as one of the most popular social engineering attack types, social scams are email and text messages campaigns aimed at creating a sense of urgency, curiosity, or fear in victims. It then frauds them into revealing sensitive information, clicking on links to malicious websites, or opening attachments that contain malwares. So now we will cover not I will not be able to cover all of these topics, but some of the topics I will cover in detail. So the first one is cyberbullying. So cyberbullying is a form of bullying that takes place through digital devices and online platforms. It involves the use of technology such as computers, smartphones, or social media to harass, threaten, embarrass, or otherwise target individuals. Cyberbullying can occur through various mediums, including text messages, social media posts, emails, online forums, and other online communication channels. So the key characteristics of cyberbullying include repetition. Cyber cyberbullying often involves repeated actions or messages over time, making it a persistent form of harassment. So another characteristic is anonymity. Perpetrators of cyberbullying may hide behind online anonymity, making it challenging for victims to identify and confront them. Public nature. Cyberbullying incidents can be highly public, especially when they occur on social media platforms where content can be widely shared and viewed. 24 by 7 availability. The online nature of cyberbullying means that it can happen at any time and victims may find it difficult uh, to escape from the harassment. Common forms of cyberbullying include harassment, sending threatening or offensive messages repeatedly, impersonation, creating fake profile or using someone else's identity to spread false information or engage in harmful activities. Outing and shaming, sharing personal or embarrassing information about someone without their consent. Exclusion is intentionally excluding someone from online groups, conversations, or activities. Doxing is publishing private or personal information about an individual, such as their address, phone number, workplace, without their consent. Flaming is posting inflammatory comments or messages with the provoking an emotional response. So, some real cases of cyber bullying are you may have heard about the blue whale challenge. So, blue whale, also known as the blue whale challenge, is the social network phenomenon dating from 2016 that is claimed to exist in several countries. It is a game reportedly consisting of a series of tasks assigned by administrators of the game over a 50-day period, initially innocuous before introducing element of self-harm and the final challenge requiring the player to kill themselves. So some of the cases which were found out during that period are the 14-year-old boy committed suicide by jumping off a 7-story building in Andheri, Mumbai. Second is a 15-year-old boy killed himself by suffocating in Kolkata. Third one is a 16-year-old class 11 student hanged himself to death on July 26, 2017 in Kerala. Fourth is a class 7 kid in Indoor's school was stopped from jumping off the school's third floor. On further questioning, the kid revealed that he had been playing the Blue Whale challenge on his father's mobile. So another case is Instagram cyberbullying case from Kerala. A 26-year-old woman has ended her life in Kerala's Kottayam district following alleged cyberbullying by her former friend. It is Ira, a native of Manjur in the district, was found dead at her home a day after she lodged a complaint against her male friend. According to the police, despite Athira snapping her friendship with her friend, he continued to trouble her by sharing their past chat history and her photos on social media, especially after Athira's family was getting marriage proposals for her. So another case is online grooming and child exploitation cases. In 2016, two teenagers were arrested in Kolkata for kidnapping and rape of a 15-year-old girl whom they had befriended on Facebook. Another instance of online grooming was reported in December 2016, where a teenage girl was raped by a Facebook friend in Mumbai. In January 2017, a minor girl in Cuttack alleged rape by a boy whom she had met through a social networking site. So, with the proliferation of smartphones users in India, child grooming incidents can only be expected to rise in the future. There is another case, TikTok cyberbullying case in Mumbai. In 2019, a Mumbai-based teenager took her own life after allegedly facing bullying and harassment on the video sharing platform TikTok. The incident raised concern about the potential for online platforms to become breeding grounds for cyberbullying. In a case reported in Karnataka, a group of school students created a WhatsApp group to target and bully their classmate. The incident involved sending derogatory messages, threats, and offensive images. Some cases involving online gaming addiction leading to cyberbullying. Children have been known to face harassment and verbal abuse from peers while playing online games. Such incidents have raised awareness about the need for responsible gaming practices. Instances of imposters creating fake profiles using a child's name and photos have been reported. These impersonators may engage in harmful activities, tarnishing the child's reputation and leading to distress. Body shaming and image-based harassment are prevalent forms of cyberbullying. Children have been targeted with hurtful comments and memes related to their physical appearance, leading to emotional distress. Some shaming and incidents of children being publicly shamed or humiliated on social media platforms have also occurred. These cases often involve the sharing of embarrassing or compromising contents. So, how what steps needs to be taken to prevent the cyberbullying? So, preventing cyberbullying of children requires a multi-pronged approach involving parents, educators, guardians, schools, and the children themselves. Some of the several strategies to help prevent cyberbullying and ensure the safety and well-being of the children are teach children about responsible internet use, including the importance of treating others with respect and kindness online. Make them aware of the potential risk of sharing personal information and interacting with strangers online. Encourage open communication with children so they feel comfortable discussing their online experiences. Set clear rules and guidelines regarding internet usage, the type of websites or platforms they can access or visit, and the time they spend online. Discuss the potential consequences of cyberbullying and the importance of not engaging in such behavior. Monitor children's online activities and maintain open communication about their online friends, games, and interactions. Consider using parental control software to restrict access to inappropriate content and monitor online interactions. Educate children about digital citizenship, which includes understanding online etiquettes, responsible behavior, and the impact of one's actions on others. Emphasize the importance of empathy, kindness, and respect when interacting with peers online. Teach children to report any cyberbullying incident to trusted adult, such as a parent, teacher, or a school counselor. Assure them that reporting cyberbullying is not a sign of weakness, but a responsible and brave action. Schools should promote a culture of respect and inclusivity, both offline and online. Conduct awareness programs and workshops addressing cyberbullying, its impact, and how to prevent and respond to it. Encourage children to consider the feelings of others before posting or sharing content online. Teach them to stand up against cyberbullying and support those who are being targeted. Help children develop resilience to cyberbullying by building their self-esteem, teaching coping strategies, and emphasizing the importance of seeking help. Encourage children to join safe online communities and social networks where they can interact with peers who share their interest in respectful and supportive environment. Explore online platform and games with your child to understand their experiences and help them navigate the digital world safely. Stay informed about the latest apps, websites, and social media platforms popular popular among children. Understand the potential risk associated with each platform. So by proactively engaging with children and fostering a safe and respectful online environment, we can collectively work towards preventing cyberbullying and ensuring the well-being of our children in the digital realm. Now, for the victims, or if anybody wants to take the legal course, there are legal remedies available for cyberbullying under Information Technology Act. Section 66E deals with the punishment for violation of privacy, while Section 67 deals with the punishment for publishing or transmitting obscene material in electronic form. There is POCSO, that is Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012, and under Indian Penal Code Section 503 in 503 deals with the criminal intimidation, while Section 509 deals with word, gesture, or act intended to insult the modesty of a woman. So it applies in case of uh, female children. Section 499, it deals with the defamation. Now the next topic I will be covering is trolling. Trolling, again, it is a type of a bullying. A troll is internet slang for a person who intentionally tries to instigate conflict, hostility, or arguments in an online social community. So platforms targeted by trolls can include the comment section of YouTube, forums, or chat rooms. Trolls often use inflammatory messages to provoke emotional response out of person, interrupting otherwise civil discussion. Trolling can occur anywhere that has an open area where people can freely post their thoughts and opinions. Some aspects of trolling specific to school children are mockery and ridicule. Trolls may mock a child's appearance, abilities, achievements, or personal traits to ridicule and demean them. This can seriously impact the child's self-esteem and confidence. Trolls may spread false rumors or gossips about a child, aiming to tarnish their reputation and create a negative image among peers. Trolling can involve excluding a child from online groups or conversation, making them feel isolated and left out from their peer circle. Trolls may launch personal attacks using offensive language, insults, or derogatory comments to provoke anger or sadness in the child. Trolls can employ manipulative strategy to deceive the child, gain their trust, and then humiliate or betray them for amusement. Trolls may encourage others to join in the harassment, creating a cyber mob that intensifies the trolling experience for the child. Trolling often involves persistent and repeated harassment, making it difficult for the child to escape the negative online environment. So some cases of trolling are death of a teenager in Mumbai in 2014. A 17-year-old girl from Mumbai committed suicide after being cyberbullied and harassed on a social networking site. The case highlighted the serious consequences of cyberbullying. A 13-year-old schoolgirl from Bengaluru committed suicide after being cyberbullied and harassed by her classmate. The incident raised concerns about cyberbullying among school children. A female student from Delhi University faced severe cyberbullying and trolls after she initiated a social media campaign against the high-handedness of a political group. The incident shed light on online harassment faced by young activists and individuals expressing their opinion. So, under prevention of trolling, how to prevent trolling? Just educate individuals about the impact of trolling on others and the importance of online kindness and respect. Teach critical thinking and media literacy skills to help individuals identify and evaluate credible source of information, reducing the spread of misinformation and inflammatory content, promote online behavior, empathy, and understanding among internet users, encourage kindness and respect in all online interactions, encourage individuals to report instances of trolling and harassment to the respective online platforms or communities. Utilize blocking feature to prevent further interaction with known trolls and minimize their influence. Hold online platforms accountable for enforcing community guidelines and promptly addressing reports of trolling and abusive behavior. Advocate for the implementation of stronger moderation and reporting systems to discourage trolling. Parents should educate their children about appropriate online behavior and guide them on how to respond to trolling. Monitor their children's online activities and discussions, offering support and guidance when needed. Encourage healthy and constructive discussion by emphasizing evidence-based arguments, empathy, and active listening in online interactions. Advocate for stronger cyberbullying and online harassment laws that hold perpetrators accountable for their actions. Build supportive online communities that actively discourage trolling and promote positive interactions. Integrate media literacy and digital citizenship programs into school curricula to educate students about responsible online behavior and recognizing trolling tactics. Provide mental health resources and support for those affected by trolling to help them cope with the emotional impact and seek appropriate assistance. So under legal remedies under Information Technology Act, Section 60 6 deals with the punishment for identity theft, where the punishment is 3 years and a fine which may extend to rupees 1 lakh. Section 66D deals with the punishment for cheating by impersonation by using computer resources, and the punishment is imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees. Section 67A deals with the punishment for publishing or transmitting of material containing sexually explicit act, etc. in electronic form. Section 67B deals with the punishment for publishing or transmitting of material depicting children in sexually explicit act, etc. in electronic form. While Section 72 deals with the penalty for breach of confidentiality and privacy. There are remedies also available under Indian Penal Code in the form of Section 499, which deals with the defamation. Section 500 deals with the punishment for defamation, and under Section 503, criminal intimidation, and 506 with the threats. Section 506 deals with the punishment for criminal intimidation, which is imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years or with fine or both. So POCSO Act is also available. It can also be taken up. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences 2012 Act, applicable if trolling involves sexually explicit content or harassment of minors. So next topic is our hate speech. Online hate speech. So online hate speech refers to any form of expression, communication, or content shared on the internet that promotes or expresses hostility, prejudice, or violence against individuals or groups based on attributes such as race, ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation, disability, or other characteristics. It can manifest in various ways, including text messages, text images, videos, memes, and other. Online hate speech has become a growing concern globally as the internet provides a platform for the rapid dissemination of information and ideas. So key features of online hate speech include hate speech can take the form of cyberbullying, where individuals are targeted with persistent and harmful online behavior. This can have severe consequences for the mental health and well-being of the victims. Hate speech often involves discriminatory and prejudiced language targeting specific individuals or groups. This can contribute to the marginalization and stigmatization of those targeted. Some instances of online hate speech go beyond expression and may directly incite or glorify violence against certain individuals or communities. This can pose serious threats to the safety and well-being of the targeted individuals. Hate speech may dehumanize individuals or groups, portraying them as inferior, dangerous, or subhuman. Dehumanizing language can contribute to the justification or discriminatory actions and violence. Online hate speech often involves the reinforcement of stereotypes and stigmatization of particular communities. This can perpetuate negative biases and contribute to social divisions. Hate speech may be accompanied by the spread of a false information and stereotypes, further fueling prejudice and discrimination. So perpetrators of online hate speech against school children can be peers, classmates, or even individuals from outside the school community. The legal remedies available are Section 153 promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language, etc. Section 295A these are under Indian Penal Code (IPC). Deliberate and malicious acts intended to outrage the religious feelings of any class by insulting its religion or religious beliefs. Representation of People Act 1951 also deals with the hate speech. Under this section 123 and 123 3A and 3B prohibits the promotion of or attempt to promote feelings of enmity or hatred between different classes or citizens on grounds of religion, race, caste, community, or language in connection with an election. So under CRPC section 107, authorities can issue orders against the individuals likely to commit a breach of the peace or disrupt public tranquility due to provocative speeches or acts amounting to hate speech. So next topic is online grooming. So online grooming of children involves an adult building an emotional connection and trust with a child over the internet with ultimate intention of exploiting them. The groomer may pose as a peer or someone the child can confide in, and they typically use manipulation, persuasion, and deceit to gain the child's trust. The ultimate goal may involve sexual exploitation, abduction, or engaging the child in harmful activities. Preventing and addressing online grooming is crucial to protect children from harm. Online grooming is where someone befriends a child online and builds up their trust with the intention of exploiting them and causing them harm. The harm caused by grooming can be sexual abuse, both in person and online, and exploitation to obtain sexually explicit images and videos of the child. Grooming techniques could also be used to radicalize someone. So, how does it happen and who is at risk? Uh, Groomers are very skilled at what they do and can often befriend a child by appearing to have the same hobbies and interests as them. Using fake accounts and photos, they also appear to be the same age as the child. However, not all groomers not all groomers will choose to mask their age or gender. Some groomers may impersonate an aspirational figure such as modeling scout, sports coach, celebrity, or influencer. Other may use their age and experience to develop a mentor type relationship with their victim. A groomer will use the same site, games, and apps as children in order to gain their trust and build a friendship. However, they may also seek to manipulate, blackmail, and control the child, potentially isolating them from their friends and family. So, a child can be at a risk of being groomed regardless of age, gender, race, or location. Some children may be more at risk to other vulnerabilities of special educational needs and disabilities, and may find accessing support from trusted adult or online reporting tools to be difficult. So groomers initiate contact. What is their modus operandi? How do they do it? The groomers initiate contact with minors, often pretending to be someone of their age or a sympathetic individual, gaining the minor's trust and confidence. So the next stage is manipulation and deception. Groomers use various tactics such as flattery, gifts, or promise of affection to manipulate minors to engaging in conversation or activity they would otherwise avoid. The ultimate aim of online grooming is to exploit minors sexually, which may involve coercing them into sharing explicit images, videos, or engaging in sexual activities. Groomers work to isolate the minor from family and friends, making the child more vulnerable to their influence and control. Grooming may lead to victim meeting the groomer offline also for further exploitation or becoming involved in sexual abuse. So how this online grooming can be prevented? So preventing online grooming involves educating children, parents, guardians, and educators about the risks associated with online interactions and providing them with tools and knowledge to protect themselves. So some important measures that can be taken are open communication. Encourage an open and non-judgmental dialogue with the children about their online experiences. Teach children about the potential dangers of online interactions, including grooming, by using age-appropriate resources and discussing real-life scenarios. Set clear guidelines on what is acceptable online behavior and what information should never be shared, such as personal details, photos, or contact information. Help children configure privacy setting on social media and other online platforms to limit who can see and interact with their profiles. Regularly check the websites and apps your children use and their online interaction while respecting their privacy and uh, building trust. Educate children to think critically about the information they encounter online, verify the credibility of sources, and question messages that seem suspicious or uncomfortable. Encourage children to interact online with people they know in real life and emphasize that online friends should not be treated the same as real life friends. Ensure children know how to report inappropriate or suspicious behavior on platform they use and encourage them to do so if they encounter something harmful. Support and participate in programs that promote digital literacy in schools, which can teach children about online safety and responsible internet use. Monitor children's online activities, especially for younger children, and consider using parental control software to restrict access to age inappropriate content. Build children's self-esteem and teach them to say no to uncomfortable or inappropriate requests and to seek help when needed. Discuss cyberbullying and its effects, emphasizing that children should report any form of harassment or bullying immediately. Ensure that children feel comfortable discussing any concern or problems they encounter online and they know they won't face punishment for this. So there are some legal options available or legal measures to combat online grooming. POCSO Act is there. The POCSO Act addresses various forms of sexual exploitation and abuse of children, including online grooming. Offenses under this act are punishable with imprisonment and fines. Under IPC sections of the sections of I deals with the cybercrime and child exploitation can be used to prosecute individuals involved in online grooming. The IT Act contains provisions that address online harassment, cyberbullying, and exploitation, which
Devendra sir, we are not able to hear you. And so your screen sharing is also stopped. Can you share your screen once again?
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
So, gambling can be understood by the Finance Act 1994, betting and gambling, under Section 65B, according to which it is stated that gambling is an act in which an individual put on stakes something valuable, especially money, with the knowledge of risk of losing it and hope of gain by the result of a game or an event whose outcome may be decided by the probability or a luck or on the possibility of something happening or not happening. So, online gambling is in its infancy in India. There are no federal laws that prohibits online betting in India. A few states have made recently explicit laws against online betting. Regulations like the Public Gambling Act 1867. You just note that it is a act from 1867 are still in place. However, there are not any cases on record of Indian players being prosecuted for online betting. Online gaming encompasses a wide range of activities that can be both skill based and chance based. Skill based games involve strategies, knowledge, and skill to win, while chance based games rely primarily on luck. So, skill based online games include activities like chess, poker, rummy, fantasy sports, and esports, where players' skills and decisions influence the outcome. While the chance based online games include virtual slot machines, roulette, and other games purely dependent on luck. So, key legislation for gambling are, as already told, Public Gambling Act 1867, an old legislation that addresses gambling and its penalties. However, its application varies across states. So gambling is just like a law and order. Gambling is also a state subject. States needs to take action on it. So under Information Technology Act 2000, it regulates online activities, including online gaming, and provides legal guidance for electronic records and digital signatures. So various state laws are there to deal with the gambling. So how to prevent online gambling for school children? So it may be through educational programs, parental guidance and monitoring, communication, education material, and peer education, all these parent teacher workshop, blocking gambling side. It need to be done by the government and promote alternative activities, rather the physical activities in place of online activities. So sexting, uh, some of you may be hearing this new word, sexting. Sexting involves the sharing of sexually explicit messages, images, or videos in a is a growing concern globally, and India is no exception. So when it involves minors, particularly school children, it raises legal and ethical issues. So under legal perspective, protection of children from uh, sexual, that is POXO Act 2012 is there, which deals with the sharing, possessing of, distributing explicit content involving minors in criminal offenses under this act. Indian penal IPC sections are there, depending on the circumstances, and IT Act 2000 is also, it can be dealt with under the IT Act also. So next topic is slander. Slander is a form of defamation which involves making false spoken statements about someone with the intention of damaging their reputation. So when it comes to school children, someone with the intent, when it comes to school children or minors, slander or defamation can occur if false and damaging statements are spoken or orally spread about them. So in the context of defamation and minors, defamation laws in India, both civil and criminal, protect individuals, including minors, from false and damaging statements made orally or in writing. The laws aims to protect an individual's reputation from unwarranted harm caused by false statements. Those found guilty of slander may face legal consequences, including monetary fines or even imprisonment, depending on the severity of the case. Defamation against minors is taken seriously given the potential long-term impact on their personal and academic life. So if a minor is a victim of slander or defamation, appropriate action should be taken, including reporting the incident to the authorities or school for necessary intervention. It's essential to raise awareness about the legal consequences of spreading false information or engaging in slander, especially when it concerns minors. So responsible use of speech and communication is crucial in maintaining a respectful and ethical society. So here I am done with the different topics, but next topic is very important, is because it not only relates to the school children at all, but it relates to everyone, because it is the we can say the mother of all cyber. No, I will not say like that, but it can cause the all cyber crime, the personal identification information. So we all should be concerned about the personal identification information. In short, we call it as the PII. So what is PII? So in the coming slides, you will come to know that how it correlates with the topics which I have already covered. So PII is the personal information which includes like the name, my account number, my address, date of birth, email, my mobile number, my Aadhaar card, my biometrics, even my geographic location, everything. So everything which identifies me as a person and the information which is related to me falls under the category of personal identification information. And what is personal data? This is the, as you can see on the screen, this is the personal data, demographic information, that is which include the father name, date of birth, address, contact information, government issued identification, financial and banking information, which include bank account number, credit card number, or financial transactions, etc. Health information, biometric information, employment information, educational reports, etc. So till now, I have seen that most of us of my age have not been giving much importance to the PII. That is again a personal identification information. How I can tell is that most of us used to go to the different malls. I also go to mall. When we go to some mall, the moment I enter a mall, a person will come with a uh, uh, bunch of slips. He will say that, sir, we are offering you two, 3 days and 2 nights of free holiday package. And he will offer a slip to fill up. So because he's as a Indians, we are very attracted to free goodies. So if he is offering us something free, then we will readily fill up that slip. And what does that slip contains? My name, my spouse name, my children's names, their age, my date of birth, my marriage anniversary, etc., and my address, phone number, email ID, etc. So I have handed over my PII in free to the maybe to the fraudster, not 100 times that sometimes the genuine person may be there, but mostly these are the ultimately this information is going to land up with the fraudsters. So I have handed over my PII in free to the fraudster. Another after this, when I am done with filling up this slip, another person will come to me. He will say that, sir, I am from State Bank of India and we are offering you a free credit card. Here again, he is offering a free credit card and he is having a, not a slip, but he is having a set of 10-page document. So I will fill up all the information into that, my name, my banking details, my children details, my spouse detail, everything. So I have not, I do not verify whether it is actually from the bank or not. So I have given all my personal information in free to him. So, but what is the harm in distributing this personal information? So it amounts to identity theft. So identity theft means anybody can exploit this information. And what are the risks? Some of the risks can be, there are a lot of risks. What some of these can be, a SIM card can be issued in your name. So if you are using credit or debit card, then this can be if it has been compromised, then fraudster can do fraudulent purchases on it. So he can apply for credit card or loans in your name. So he can access your bank account. So he can, this is very interesting, he can fill fraudulent tax returns to get an income tax refund in your name. So using your health insurance to access medical care, even changing your billing, don't notice the fraud until it's too late. Applying for fraudulent identification such as driver's license, or apart from this, above all, selling your information to other criminals on the dark web. So this PII can be sold on the dark web. The person who is not caring much about who is not valuing the PII, but his PII is sellable on the dark web. So just this PII can be used to create so many crimes. So for example, if I am having your debit card, means ATM card details or debit card details, both the front and the back side, and I know your name and date of birth, then I can reset the password of your bank account. Just imagine, only the information, both side information from your debit card plus your date of birth. I can reset the password of your bank account. If I can reset the password, then I can carry out the transactions also. So due to just to knowing the importance of PII, the government of India has come out with the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2003. It has recently been passed. Now all of us are covered under DPDP Act. In short, we call it as the DPDP Act. So what is personal information? The provisions of DPDP Act are applicable to all types of personal data and do not distinguish between sensitive personal data and critical personal data. That in some of the provisions of IT Act, they were by framing the rules, they were distinguishing between sensitive data and critical data, but here distinction. So personal data is a personal data, whether sensitive or critical, everything included. So these are some of the terms we need to understand. These are under DPDP Act. The first one is data principal. Who is data principal? I am the data principal. You are the data principal. Means the uh, anyone whose personal data is being shared is the data principal. Who is data fiduciary? Data fiduciary is who is collecting some purpose, is data fiduciary. So the data fiduciary will collect the data from the data principal for some purpose. Then he will appoint some data protection officer and data auditor who will carry out the audit of the data. And he will also engage, he will also take the, he himself may be the data processor, or he can engage some other data processor who will do the data processing for him. So all these are governed by Data Board of India, and above Data Protection Board there is Appellate Authority. So this is the setup. So there are 7 principles of DPDP Act. The principle of consented, lawful, and transparent use of personal data. Then second one is the use of personal data only for the purpose specified at the time of obtaining consent of data principal. Third one is collection of only as much personal data as is necessary to serve the specified purpose. Fourth one is ensuring data is correct and updated. Fifth one is storing data only till it is needed for the specified purpose. After that, it's deleted. The principle of reasonable security safeguards, and through adjudication of data breaches and breaches of the provision of the bill and imposition of penalties for the breaches. So these are the 7 principles of DPDP Act. So some salient features of the DPDP Act are to have security safeguards, to prevent personal data breach, to intimate personal data breaches to the affected data principal and data protection board. So that data fiduciary needs to intimate the data breach to the data that is to the owner of data and the data protection board, to erase personal data when it is no longer needed for the specified person, to erase personal data upon withdrawal of consent. So a data principal can withdraw his consent at any stage. After that, the data fiduciary will not be able to use the data. To have in place grievance redressal system and an officer to respond to queries from data principals. To fulfill certain additional obligation in respect of data fiduciaries notified as significant data fiduciaries, such as appointing a data auditor and periodic protection impact assessment to ensure higher degree of data protection. So where on whom this DPDP Act is applicable, where it is not applicable. It is not applicable personal data that is made or caused to be made publicly available by the authorized person or the data principal himself. Its example is suppose on my Facebook, in some comment, I am sharing all my information, my PII will not be the responsible for its maintenance. He cannot be held responsible. So another non-applicability is the data processed by an individual for domestic purpose. So if I'm processing my data myself or some other someone I have engaged, then this act is not applicable. So where it is applicable only in digital form, that is data which is in digital form. And in paper form, it is not applicable. If the data is there in paper form, then it is not applicable. But if it is there in digital, it is applicable. And but it becomes applicable if the data is collected on paper and later on it is digitized. So once it is digitized, then it becomes applicable. So this act applies to all the Indian citizens, the people of India, as well as to the foreigners who are engaged in the goods and services, in the delivery of goods and services. It means most of the e-commerce sites are there, like Amazon, Flipkart, and etc., which are foreign-based entities. Then this act is applicable to them also. So two types of data fiduciary have been defined: normal fiduciaries, data fiduciary, and the significant data fiduciary. There are many obligations on the part of significant data fiduciary which they need to follow apart from the normal, like the data processor or audit, etc. I have told these are applicable to the significant data fiduciary only. So these are some of the applicable which can be imposed in case of breach of any sections of these acts. You can later on have a look at this. I will be sharing this presentation. So in the end, if cyber crime happens with anybody, that is, and if anyone falls victim to cyber crime, then what he needs to do? Immediately call 1930 or .gov.in, or visit your nearest cyber crime or police station and write to the bank and RBI ombudsman if there is a financial crime. In that case, you also need to raise a grievance with the bank and report to the grievance officer of related social. If the cyber crime has happened on some social media platform, then that platform also needs to be informed about that, and you can appeal to the grievance appellate committee at this www.gsc.gov.in. Thank you. Now we are open to question and answers, if any. Hello.
Yes, sir. So participants are sending the queries in the chat box. Can you see the chat box?
I'm not able to see my screen after stopping the sharing.
Sir, we are already running
Chat
short
box.
of time, so we don't have time sufficiently to take up questions.
Okay, then you can collate these questions and we will.
Sir, what we have told them is like whatever questions we are not able to address during the session, we will consolidate the question and give to experts, and we will be taking the responses and sharing with them. Sir.
Okay.
So that's what we have planned to do it. So there are multiple questions that has come up in the chat box. So we will consolidate and share it with you so that we will be able to take you for.
Share the complete this
chat
speech about this.
Sure, sure.
And you can put it up along with the presentation.
Sure. Done. So thank you so much, sir, for your time and for enlightening us on this area. I think there are so much questions that has come up in the chat box because this is one area which is very little difficult for many people to understand and also to go. And people get a lot of question in this area. So we will keep helping them around, like how much we will be able to do it. And we will be slowly connecting with them for the next level with all the experts too, so that they'll be able to take help of it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah.
So may I leave now, ma'am?
Yes, sir, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So for the participants, let's Himansi, have you put the attendance form?
Ma'am, for this session, we haven't put up yet.
Please put the
Should I share
attendance
it, ma'am?
sheet. Can you share the attendance sheet? So by the time the attendance sheet is being shared, अभी आ रहे. Can you please finish the attendance? Attendance sheet has been already put up. So kindly fill your attendance and let's meet back at 3:30. So we will have the last session. You can take the break of 10 minutes and we will meet back at 3:30. Okay. So for the last session. Technical team, please get ready for the breakout. So regarding the reporting, we will be informing in the next session, sir. Please join us 3:30. We will just. Since we are breaking only right now, we will start the session by 3:35. Let's be back at 3:35.